Hello, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank TEDx and the organizers of this talk for inviting me here to share this platform with you. My name is Jas Kalra, and I'm a social worker. Let me give you a little bit of context about what I do and how I do it so that you're more aware when I'm trying to share my ideas or put them into words. So I run an organization called the Earth Saviors Foundation, which was started by my father, Sri Ravi Kalra, in 2008. He started it when one day he was going to drop my little sister off to school, and on the way, he saw a little girl and a dog eating from the same garbage bin. At that point of time, he thought to himself that everything I've done for myself and my family, it's of no meaning if I don't do anything for the people that really need me. So he dedicated his whole life to service, or seva as we call it. I remember he rented a small piece of land and he built small huts over there with his own hands. And he used to go in the middle of the night on the roads and he used to find all the abandoned people that he could find. And he would bring them into his small shelter home and he would take care of them on a 24/7 basis. And slowly, with time, the number of people in his shelter home increased. First it reached 50 people, then with time 200 people, and then with time 400 people. In fact, about 5 years ago, he was taking care of around 450 people on a 24/7 basis. At that point of time, I had just returned from overseas after completing my graduation. And even though I had some plans to join him and try to learn, my inclination was more towards business. But unfortunately, at that point of time, soon after my return, he passed away in my arms. And within the span of an hour, I inherited the responsibility of taking care of 450 people. At that point of time, I was only 20, 21 years old. So to be honest, I did not even know how to take care of a small puppy. But, when I inherited this responsibility, if I may be honest with you, I didn't inherit the credibility that he had. That I had to build myself. But so it was a little difficult. There were a lot of challenges. But if I fast forward the story a little bit, at that point of time, we had 450 people that we were taking care of. And now we have 2 shelter homes and a total of 1,300 people that we're taking care of on a 24/7 basis. Thank you. So please allow me to also tell you a little bit about the people that we serve. So most of the people that live with me are abandoned senior citizens. So these are all parents whose own children have kicked them out of their homes. Sometimes when parents become old, they can't walk the same or talk the same, or they start to suffer from an incurable disease, or they become bedridden or paralyzed. Some children start to view their own parents as liabilities. They serve them for about a month or 2, but then since they see them as a liability, it's only a matter of time before they leave their own parents on the side of the roads. Or they admit them in hospitals and they run away in the middle of treatment. So all of the people that live with me had to live on the roads first for 8 or 9 years at a time. Then they're brought to me by the police, by the hospitals, by the social welfare department, from the reference of the Human Rights Commission, from embassies, and I provide them with a 24/7 free of cost admission. But since they have been living on the roads for so long, by the time that they were brought to me, some of them don't even have arms or legs. Some of them have massive wounds on their bodies and they have maggots crawling inside. And our foundation provides them with 3 meals a day. We give them toiletries, medicines. We take them to the hospitals for their treatments and we counsel them. But the shocking reality is that the people that are brought to us are not only brought by authorities, they're also brought by their own family members. And though when I was just starting on this journey, I thought to myself that it must be the more uneducated folks that abandon their own parents, or those that are poor, or those that haven't learned about our culture. But slowly and surely I started to realize that this cruelty, it's actually more widespread than I thought. It's embedded in each and every one of us, because the people that are brought to me, sometimes children come in the middle of the night and they tie their own parents to my gates and they run away. In the morning at 5:30, when I get out of the gate, I find old people sitting like this. They don't even know where they are. In fact, some of them are wearing diapers that haven't been changed for 8 or 9 months. Their private parts are totally swollen and they have maggots crawling inside. Some of them have their urine pipes attached and there's a horrible infection. So I bring them inside, I change their diapers, I clean their wounds, I take out their maggots, and our team feeds them and bathes them. After that, when I send them to the hospital, I check the cameras and then I see that some of the children that brought their own parents came in a BMW or a Mercedes. So they're from very good families as well. But in fact, please allow me to share a small case with you. It's only been a matter of a week since that happened. Last week, it was raining very heavily one night, and at 1 o'clock in the night, I received a phone call, and the man, he told me that I'm bringing my own mother for an admission, so please come to the gate. To be honest, I was very sleepy, so I told him that please come in the morning. This is no time to bring an admission. I am sleeping. So he insisted, and I was afraid that even though it was raining outside, that he would probably leave his own mother outside in the rain. So I went to the gate, and he entered it was a good car. He came in a black Creta, if I share with you honestly. He got out of the car, he shook my hand, and he said, of course I'm translating everything for you, but he said that, Mr. Jas, my mother is in the back seat, keep her. So I said that, at least let me take a look. I opened the door, his mother was laying on the back seat. I touched her forehead and I said to him that, she is only unwell. She has a viral. Why have you come to leave her here? So he started telling me that, I have 3 brothers, they're all older, they're married and they live their own lives. They don't want to keep her, so even I don't want to keep her. So I tried to tell him that, listen, she's only unwell, and at this point of time in this season, everyone is falling sick. You take care of her for another 2 to 3 weeks, she'll be fit again. So why have you come to leave her here? In fact, over here we have diseases that spread. We have tuberculosis patients, cancer patients. We have people who are bedridden, who have massive wounds on their backs and bodies. And of course, he started to give me horrible excuses. He even offered me money, at which point of time I told him that if you can afford to pay me, why don't you hire a nurse? But to be honest with you, we had an argument also. I told him that, listen, you are ruining your karma. I will not help you with this. You must serve her for at least 2 to 3 weeks. When she is fit and healthy, then you bring her here. Because right now, I cannot take the guarantee for her condition. If she's living here while she's already unwell, she might pass away. I cannot take any guarantees. So I sent them away. That was around 2 o'clock in the night while it was raining. Around 5:30 in the morning, I received a call from the villagers where our foundation is. And first I will tell you in Hindi what they said, then I will translate it. They said, कि कालरा साहब यहाँ गांव में नहर के साथ में एक बुजुर्ग माँ की लाश पड़ी है, आपके आश्रम से तो नहीं भागी? They told me that there's an old lady's dead body laying on the side of a canal. Are you sure she didn't run from your foundation's shelter home? So I was shocked. And in fact, I had his phone number. So with the police, we even contacted him. I called him and I said that, listen, it's okay. I will claim her dead body under my foundation's name from the police, so there won't be any problems, but at least go and cremate her. And he said, no, I don't have the time for it. So I said, okay, no problem. I keep going to the crematoriums. I will cremate her. The least you can do is take her ashes to Haridwar and immerse them in the holy river of Ganga. He told me, throw the ashes in the gutter, don't call me again. So, in fact, 99% of the deaths that happen in my shelter home, the children don't even come to claim their own parents' dead bodies. Of course, I apologize if I've shared too much. I'm not trying to, scare any of you. But in reality, this is the harsh reality of our society. At one point of time, because I also had a very similar upbringing to the children of and the students of this school. And I pursued my education overseas. I completed my schooling from Shikshantar School, and I had lots of friends from Heritage also. And after schooling, I went to the University of Melbourne, and I pursued a double major in psychology and criminology. Then I went to the Sigmund Freud University in Vienna, and I pursued an advanced course in psychoanalysis, and then the London School of Psychoanalysis. To be honest, I passed most of my courses with the help of chits, but now I can admit it. But to be honest, when I came to this organization and in service, I had a very different idea of the way the world works. But to be honest, it's service that can truly teach you about the direction our society is heading in. And that's when you realize that it's actually all of our responsibilities. When I came here, I thought that I'd be addressing a lot of students. And I had plans to tell them about how I figured out the solution to this epidemic that is human cruelty. I've always been a logical person. I used to struggle a lot with faith and having trust in the unknown. And so logically, I thought to myself that, I'm seeing all these problems in society, parents being abandoned, brothers not helping one another, and nobody trying to serve the environment, nobody caring for animals, nobody trying to see if this is the society that indeed will respect us tomorrow if we don't respect it today. But I realized that the only solution to this is the generation that's going to come tomorrow. It's the students of this school. It's all the young and intelligent and strong individuals that all of you together are raising. I think if they understand the importance of service and how big of an impact they would have with even a little bit of contribution or learning or knowledge where service is concerned, then we can actually, and I'm not saying this as a cliche, we can build a better tomorrow. I truly and honestly just want them to know that they can serve anywhere and at any time. In fact, they don't even have to serve in my shelter home or old age home or rescue center. They can serve the environment. They can help the people that are sitting on the roads. They can feed animals or dogs. They can serve cows. They can plant trees. They can serve in a mandir if they'd like. They can serve in a gurdwara. If nothing else, if they can spread enough awareness so that people start serving their own parents, I can shut down my old age home. So I won't take more time, but I thank you for inviting me here and allowing me to share my experiences with you. Thank you so much.